you doesn't come at me, the Juneteenth Jamboree. If you really want a spree, chicks galore, I'll guarantee. Grab you doesn't come at me, the Juneteenth Jamboree. Yeah.
Welcome to Juneteenth Jamboree, your annual celebration of freedom. I'm your host, Harrison Eppright. Juneteenth is a special time for parades, fun foods, and an abundance of educational and entertainment opportunities. The holiday is frequently described as a family reunion because just about everybody shows up for it. And with that in mind, here at the historic Sebastopol House, also known as the Wilson Pottery Museum, we'll learn about some enterprising brothers in slavery who made the most of their training and their eventual freedom. Today, their descendants have come together to protect and preserve their legacy. And where's my 40 acres and my mule? Well, it sure ain't here. But on this program, we're reviving the old Reconstruction-era Freedmen's Bureau and the records created by that 8-year exercise in promoting freedom and opportunity. The Mormon Church has been very instrumental in bringing those records up to digital speed through the Freedmen's Bureau project. And we'll meet two people who've gained extraordinary gifts in life from simply knowing who their people are. Juneteenth began on the 19th of June in 1865 in Galveston, Emancipation Day in Texas. That happened to come a couple of months after the end of the Civil War. The sheer remoteness of Texas gave the Confederate state the ability to hold out as long as it could before President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation laid down the law. But slavery remained legal and continued in a few so-called border states until the ratification of the 13th Amendment to the Constitution in December of 1865, which abolished slavery throughout the land. So Texas slaves were not the last slaves, but make no mistake about it, Texas was a serious slave state. African bondsmen were arbitrarily separated from their families in order to provide the best value and efficacy. They were mere pawns in a game of whites-only ascendancy. African bondsmen and women were victims of the times before the concept of civil rights was a thing. Now, people say that if you don't know where you've been, then you can't know where you're going. Some people today still have no clue who their grandparents are, much less their forebears in slavery. Why should it matter? Coming up next are some folks who can share with us a little bit about their roots. Austin, Texas was founded back in 1839 and was designated to become the capital of the Republic of Texas. Ever since then, it's been on an extraordinary development binge and nearly doubled in size every 20 years. Back in the day, 1888, the current state capitol building was built by crews of migrant workers and black prison convicts. A new state university was rising not far from downtown. Congress Avenue, the main street in town, got paved in a sign of growing prosperity. But just like the median down the middle of the street, there was a strict color line in Austin. After working in a white-owned funeral home as an undertaker for African Americans only, in 1901, William Tears opened the first black-owned mortuary in Texas. And as Tears prospered, others entered this segregated market. In 1933 came Charles King and his wife from Memphis. And around 1955, Tears Funeral Home merged with King Funeral Home. Now, a younger generation of kings has taken over the reins of the company.
What we do is a ministry. We're there in time of need. My experiences in life have brought me to that point where I've been blessed enough to be able to sit down and talk to someone and not get emotionally involved, but also be there as a sounding board. That's basically what my job is, and make the process less stressful.
Because of the oral history transmitted through his family for over 200 years now, King believes that he descends from Thomas Jefferson, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence and the third American president.